The DJ Roundtable Show is live. It's the DJ Roundtable Show. Tell another DJ about the show. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. Please subscribe.
It is Tuesday night. It is 8 o'clock. Do you know where your DJ's at? I know where I'm at here with you. Yes, it's another DJ Roundtable. And as always, we thank you out there for being here with us on Thursday nights. We got always a great stuff. We had a great little time off. Hopefully everyone enjoyed their holidays, enjoyed New Year's and Christmas and everything else, and got to enjoy some time with friends and family. Sometimes you want to escape those friends and family, and well, if you had to do that, hopefully you had some fun anyways. You didn't have to go day after Christmas, go return anything, or try to get some deals somewhere, or have shop on Christmas Eve. That's always a fun time. I remember that from my retail days. The big thing is that I want to thank you all for being here. Again, if you're here watching live on Twitch, thank you so much. If you're over on the tubes, I need your help. I'm stuck. I'm stuck on YouTube. I'm stuck at 242 people watching. So you need to do me a favor, or I like to say, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit the bell icon. Make sure you subscribe. Hit subscribe. Hit bells. Hit whatever you want to do. Tell other DJs. Give that thumbs up. Let them know that it's the fun part, and that you enjoy, and that we're a good show, and that you love watching it, and you'll enjoy yourself. Don't forget, also, there's some other shows to watch around the tubes. Don't forget, on Thursday night is, of course, Cue It Up. You have Cool Thing with his show on Monday nights, and you have also on Thursday nights, you have Start to Spin. So make sure, links are down below for their YouTube channels, and you follow their YouTube, and you have fun. And again, I'm waiting to see some comments here. I see Mikey Mike is in the chat. The new QSC CB10. No, I will not get that. QSC is good stuff, but I like LD system. I have my Maui 5s. I'm not looking this year for new speakers. I am looking for a few other things, but I'll take that back. I still am thinking about maybe doing some crazy thing with 8-inch speakers. I have to see. I want to do some crazy stuff. I have to see. All boils down to if the boss will let me. Like anything else, it is always up to her. And don't forget, you have Joe with his audio visual theta. He just put a picture up the other day at a gig, and you want to talk with something clean and cool? That thing right there, that will set you different from a lot of DJs. The other thing also, our friend who's not here, unfortunately, Sean, he actually has something going on. So he also is doing photo booths. So link will be down below for the photo booths. Don't forget, there is a discount. You'll see it on, if you're watching it on YouTube in the beginning, there's a link down below. Go there, use the DJ Roundtable as your link, and you'll get some money off. And he got something new and cool. I want one. I want to see if I can get one. You got a new toy, and I might get it. Maybe. We'll see. I do have the photo booth, and it's going to go out soon. With that said, let's start the show. As always, we have great DJs from all around the country. North Carolina, South Carolina, Ohio, California, New York, of course, myself here in the great Midwest, Chicago. And don't forget that state to the north of me, Wisconsin. We have Brentley. I was going to get the cheese grater hat, and they're sold out.
Poor
I
baby.
I
Poor
was going to guess
baby.
that. I think I'm going to send one to Brettley, just because the fact that I love him like a brother. And if you guys have not noticed, the Bears won against the Packers in the playoffs, the first round of playoffs. So next week, this weekend, they play the Rams. So it's gonna be Joe's team this weekend, and we're expecting highs in the teens and down from there. So it's gonna be really cold. We'll see what happens. What's going on? Matt's fine. I talked to Matt earlier today. Matt is at Disney. He said he might check in later from Disney, and I said that's not a problem. He had something going on there, and don't forget Nam is coming up very quickly. Yes, I remember the Fogbow. Yes, I remember that very, very well. That was a hard game to watch on TV because the cameras in the stands, you could not see the field that well. That was a hard one. And I remember walking outside and going, "Oh my God, it's really foggy outside." That's the fun thing about living in the area. With that said, let's go with tonight's subject and kick us off 2026 on a good start and something really popular. Social media. We all use it. We're using it right now. This is social media. And we, as businesses, have our social media pages. We want to showcase our wares, be it Instagram, be it Facebook, be it Twitch, be it YouTube, be it whatever it is, TikTok, whatever you're doing, you're on social media for a reason. You have a business, you're trying to showcase your business and sell what is going on for your business. The question to the group and question to everyone is how are you doing it differently in 2026? Are you doing something different? Did you look at 2026 and go, this year I'm going to try fill in the blank for social media? I'm going to try to do this on social media. I'm going to try to do more gig logs. I'm going to try to do some more lives. I'm going to try to do something. What are you trying to do with social media? And what do you need help in? Where's the area you need help in social media to get more business? And actually going to start with Chris this time because Chris is newer to social media. He's known of it. He's got it personally, but now he's getting more into it for his business. And he's had a little time to play with it last year. So I want to see for 2026, what are your goals and what are you struggling with social media for 2026? I know we just started 2026, but what's your goal for 2026? And what have you been struggling with? Maybe we can figure something out to get you into a better place for 2026.
Well, most certainly the one thing is, I personally, and this is my Achilles heel and struggle, is probably content for social media and um, spending the time to post it. I do have a full-time job, but I'm hoping to promote this miniature golf pretty well. And if that grows enough where I can then branch off, and as everyone knows, that I have the foam machine, the big foam adventure to do UV glow foam parties, and hopefully that'll hit off during the this late spring, all summer, and early fall closing. And the mini golf is supposed to be year round, but I'm trying to look at my analytics and my lead center and everything else, and I'm not quite sure how my insets are looking, but from what I saw from my paid advertisements over in the last since mid-December to January, 16.7 thousand views on one ad that I put up. I had 9 interactions, and so far Facebook visits were 99. I gained 3 followers from starting out from nothing. So I think those numbers are pretty good, but that's not what I was looking for. I mean, it's great to have the followers, it's nice to have the interactions, but I'm more looking towards converting those views to actual leads to the website. And where the leads come in, I want to have a percentage of leads that turn into at least intriguing bookings, making that phone ring and getting those leads via email so I could respond back with bookings. And with the number that I had there, if it was 1%, I should have at least gotten probably about 1 or 2 inquiries at least, but so far none, which was I find very interesting to learn from the other mini golf operators in the country, that they're starting off getting calls and inquiries for spring events for schools and camps and stuff. And I'm hopefully we'll get some more stuff pretty soon. But I am leaving for Friday to go to a convention for foam and for mini golf and some of the other adventures that some of these operators are doing right now. And I might add another small type of intriguing onto my list of services, but that'll probably come not until the fall, until I see some good leads come into bookings.
Now the question is, I know that you just started with it, last year basically for your business, get it into
August, right when we got back from DJX. Yeah.
So are you just concentrating in one area like Facebook? Are you going into Instagram? Are you going to YouTube anytime soon? Are you going to anything?
YouTube, probably not with the mini golf, but Instagram for this, as the mini golf of the go owner says Instagram is a waste for this industry because the demographic of who we want to target, it's not worth it. You'll spend so much more money than what you need. And that's his advice. And my neighboring colleague in Westchester, New York and Connecticut area, he tested out to try some Instagram, and it literally flopped. It was big waste for the amount of money they took from it, for the X amount of days and weeks for his advertisement. And it congruence with what he says, it coincides. So I'm going to definitely stay away from Instagram, strategically hit the market base of, women versus men to age group. I know my demographic and age, the medium income, all that stuff I have to take into account on all the municipalities of counties that I'm authorized to work in. I mean, I've got 6 counties in my upstate New York area. I can go further. This gig that I did here was north of me, which is near Albany. So it was a little bit of a hike, but I still did the event because they found me, and I was literally the closest business owner for mini golf, and the mini golf owner basically, yeah, go for it. So I own this branch of area for licensing to use the brand, and I did. And it turned out to be a very nice event.
Well, there you go. And Fred said mini golf. Yes, he has a mini golf addition to foam parties in addition to DJ services. And the mini golf part is the part he's trying to grow because he could have a party so people can rent out the mini golf for a few hours, as well as they can add on music. They can add on a foam party. He can cover a whole area and have it for, make some good money doing it. So he had,
Lighting as well.
he bought a franchise area, and he bought basically little mini golf units from the company. They have LED lights in. They're really, really nice. And he's got other stuff from them. So yeah, he's doing that to add on to his business. Kind of like look at like a photo booth or anything else you want to add on to your business.
Yep.
How can you enhance your business? And that's one of the things you want to grow and get, not only just a bigger ticket, but also make more money. It's the things you got to look at to go into, how do you add on $1,000 or $2,000 onto something and build a whole entire package for $3,000 or $4,000. Chris could do that. He can go, okay, 4 hours of dance music, 2 hours of foam, 3 hours of mini golf, and you can have this 4-hour party for $3,000 or whatever the cost is, whatever his cost.
Whatever the cost, exactly.
Yeah,
so the
whatever
reason
his
I did
price
this,
is.
and I'll give you why, is because this doesn't have to be just an add-on to my DJ service. It could be its own entirety service on a separate platform where I could just literally have my employee, Dan, right behind me there at the table. He could do the event. I could end up doing something else, or I could have someone else, another roadie, try to do something more than just being a straight roadie, setup, breakdown, nothing. They could do other things. Oh, he could be the golf attendant while he's done setting mini golf up. He can go set up the DJ stuff and stay at the mini golf, vice versa. So it's leveraging all my labor force that I have that'll work with me to do these other add-ons, events, and keeping them streamlined so that way I'm providing not just one part of the event, but most of the time DJs are just providing a speaker for cocktail hour or they're DJing for a cocktail hour. I can provide mini golf, a whole nother experience, and that's what people are paying for, the heightened experience of
Well, yeah,
activities and fun.
it gives you depth of services, and
Yep.
that's the thing is that again, I know that you're just starting out with social media and you're just getting into the social media aspect of business, and that's a hard part because not doing it before, there's a lot of missteps can happen. And I know that you're working very hard. And I'm also glad that you're listening to how what other people are doing and saying, hey, you know what, Instagram is not all the best for our industry. Stick with this. But I would also recommend still have a page. You could post stuff on Instagram, make sure you post on both, but just not, you don't have to worry about paying advertisement on Instagram at this point. If you start seeing a
Right.
lot of traction there, okay, you could buck
Yep.
the trend. And that's the thing is that you have to know what works for your items. You know, is it better to be a wedding DJ really popular on Facebook? Is it better DJ to be very popular for weddings in TikTok? Is it better to be a quinceanera DJ on Instagram?
Instagram, right?
Yep, those are the questions you have to ask. And speaking of quinceaneras and someone who does a lot of quinceaneras, weddings, and other fun stuff out in California, I'm going to go to Joe. Joe, you've been in the game for a very long time. You, Joe's just fun. If you don't follow his Facebook and his social media, you're missing out a lot because he's a great guy. We all have great people here. Make sure you follow them on Facebook and Instagram and stuff. If you need their links, you know, ask. I'm always glad to share it because they got some great stuff. But Joe, what is your resolution for 2026 for social media? And is there anything that you're struggling with that you want to change for 2026 that you're having problems in 2025?
Well, doing it for so long, basically, social media, you want to have all the platforms. And the most important aspect is to stay relevant and up to date with it. For example, if you're promoting your business on anything platform, Yelp, Google, Instagram, Facebook, you need to update that. You can't post something. Let's just say, for example, you're using Google. If I don't update my Google page with some media updates in 2 or 3 years, people look at it like, is this guy still in business? Do I want to hire this person? So you have to basically be, you know, continuously at least putting something, pictures, verbiage, whatever you want to do, but it requires time and it requires, that action, because if you don't have that, you're not going to get those leads. People aren't going to find you. So when they are looking for you, at least you have something that you can basically, I have a storefront. Okay, I have a website. I have Yelp. I have Google. I have Instagram, Facebook, yada, yada. But I think it's most important that we basically keep that up to date. For 26, I think I'm going to implement more AI to automate a lot of my stuff because it is very time consuming to post here and there. The other thing is, like, somebody comes up to you as DJs and they go, hey, we'd like to make a request. Sure. What is it? If I can get it in there, I will. Okay, but I do have a favor to ask. Here's my QR code to whatever link you want to provide them. Please send me a review of some sort. Was I pleasant to work with? Yada, yada, yada. At least you're kind of giving back, because when you just take the request, they're gone. Or sometimes they'll give you a tip of some sort. But I think it's very important that we continuously have that personality with our guests as well as our clients. When they do call you, email you, whatever, respond promptly. Don't wait 3 or 4 hours. I'll get to them later on. But again, I think I think for 26 is I'm going to implement a lot more AI into my system. Just kind of weed out, automate, make it easier for me. Because that's what we're going through right now. We're basically might as well use it.
Yeah,
It's there.
yeah. And Mike
Even
just
though
said 6'7" in the chat.
ah
So
6'7".
yeah, so you 6'7" people out there.
But again,
Uh,
it's important that we do that.
yeah, I hear that multiple times a day at my church because I deal with. I'm actually serving little kids, and they say 6'7" a lot, and it's getting kind of old.
My daughter is 13. That's all I'm going to say.
Hey, my
The
granddaughter
other
just
thing
turned
that
10.
the other thing I'd like to bring up is what is your target market? When you do update anything, you're looking at an age group, sex, where locations, surrounding locations, because you don't want to basically advertise places that are 75, 100 miles away. I don't know in the East Coast, for you guys, it's probably further. Here in California, you can go anywhere within a 50-mile radius. After that, you start charging per mile or whatever what you want to do. But again, you have to target a certain marketing area and the type of people you want to market. And it's important that you, again, have that content, that visibility, because they're shopping around. They like to see the videos of your work. Not necessarily a mix of some sort, but at least they want to see what you're doing. How are you going to make their party, that much better than anyone else? What's your uniqueness in your industry? What services are you offering? You might be offering just DJ, or you might be offering DJ, photo booths, sparklers, lighting, yada yada yada.
So
Keep on
one of
going.
the things, Joe, with you, especially with, and again, you touched on it before, probably using more AI this year to get into it to help you with social media. I've used I've used AI, having a conversation with chat and trying to do for marketing and trying to figure out ways to say things because I am I'm not a marketing person. I've dealt with marketing because coming from a corporate background, business background with retail, you're always dealing with that aspect. Someone else does it. You still have to understand a lot of things, and I do understand a lot of things. But those fine little tweaks sometimes escape both Tracy and I. Now, Tracy has a degree. She has 2 degrees in business and has took marketing classes in college, and she really understands part of it probably a little bit more than I do, but still having that
I'll
kind
be
of
right back. I'm gonna go get
tool.
some coffee.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go get some coffee.
Okay.
Yeah, we're making some coffee downstairs. So I'm gonna go get some. I'll be right
Okay.
back.
um it's one of the things that I really feel that AI helps you in that area. Is that what you're looking at, or you're going to have AI kind of like just basically answer messages, kind of be a chatbot?
Well, I still want to have that personal touch with people, because you can go ahead and they can tell if it's something that you're being, how would I say it, sincere and personal versus a robot.
Genuine.
Yeah, genuine. There you go, genuine. You know, it just depends. I mean, sending emails, conversing that way with one, but then talking to them on the phone is a different animal in itself. And it's very important that you're concise, that you listen first before you start talking, because they might have certain things that are most important to them. But if you just jump in there and say, well, we do this, we do that, it just confuses them. Now they go like, I don't know what I want now. So it's very important that we at least have that, conversation with them.
Yeah, and that's the human touch should always be part of it, either via text, message, or doing a Zoom call in person. Just something a little more tangible. I know some people are like, "Oh no, just I never talk to anyone. I don't know the person until I show up the day of the wedding or day of the event. Yeah, you do get that sometimes, but it's kind of nice actually either talking on the phone, messaging, and kind of get to know the person a little bit, having fun. So just adding that in there, that personal touch is always great. Um, Anything else you
One
want
more
to wrap
thing.
up with, Joe?
Well, yeah, one more thing. I think it's very important that we talk to all the vendors before an event, so we know what the requirements are and what we're dealing with. Because again, if you don't talk to anybody, you show up and surprise, we're going to set you up in that little corner over there. Now you got to go ahead and backtrace and try to get yourself out of that. Whereas you had this conversation before and they gave you a layout of where you were going to be in respect to everything else, at least you have, feedback that you can provide. This is the best place, the scenario, da, da, da. This is why, so it's very important that we have, I've failed with that in years and I've basically gotten better in contacting vendors beforehand because I want to know who I'm working with. And at the end of the day, those are the people that are going to recommend you anyway if they like you. If they don't like you, they're not going to say anything.
This is very true. Very, very true. And recommendations are always very important. And making that balance of having customers understand you and get to know you is important. So that's why the important thing is to go to Hunter in South Carolina because he wanted to get his coffee. So
My
how
dad,
are you
my
doing
dad
social
makes me have.
media?
Hmm?
What was that, Hunter?
What do you say? 'Cause-
I said, I'm coming to you.
okay.
How are you improving your social media for 2026? What is your goal for
Well, I don't really.
2026?
Well, I don't have any goals. I'm just gonna let it go and just let it be and just.
You don't want to improve your count of subscribers on YouTube
Well,
or people
no,
following you on TikTok or
I mean, not really. I mean, not really. I'm just letting it take its time and let it do its thing.
let it be organic.
And
Okay.
yeah,
Did
kind of
you
like posting the stuff. Yeah, posting my stuff and hope for the best. Because
okay.
a guy like me doesn't really get that much support and love from social media, and it's hard to grow for a guy like me who is autistic and is because we don't get much love and support
You get
from
love and
everyone.
support here. Everyone here
Yeah,
in the chat. You got Mikey Mike who supports
yeah,
you.
yeah.
I think even Fred the Godson, he supports you. So you got
And
people in there supporting you
but
right now.
but I do have one goal for like my gig logs and my show, Time to Spin on Monday nights. Make sure you check out my YouTube channel, DJ Cool Thing Official.
There you go.
And well, we're gonna start going live on March 16th with me and DJ Reflex, another DJ from California. Is a great DJ. He's a club DJ, bar DJ. I mean, he's a great DJ and he's gonna be a great co-host. And one of the main goals is to not be as like silent and make it feel awkward. We'll keep it going, but it's hard for us to come up with ideas to keep the show going for an hour, maybe over an hour.
Try a half hour at first.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never know.
And for gig logs, I'm going to try not to post as many school gig logs due to the restrictions. The age restrictions going to sign a consent form in order to record the dancing. So as far as my channel, there's be no school gig logs.
Okay. Yeah, that's an important thing. All right. So
Yeah.
that you got your goals, you got your kind of figuring out some things for 2026. Hopefully you'll get that. We'll check back at the end of the year. Uh, Jeff, I'm gonna go to you again. Big YouTube guy, has a lot of stuff in social media. Loves some of the pictures you post on there, Instagram, especially the ones that made me jealous when you're going for a hike at 70 degrees. We're up here in Chicago. We had snow on the ground and we were cold. And today we actually got 53 degrees. It was an odd day today, but this weekend for the game is going to be wind chills in the negative. So, what is your goal for 2026 for social media, and how do you grow it? But also, is there something you're fighting, you're trying to fix, you're trying to overcome from 2025?
Uh, not really anything to overcome or fix. I think, most of my social media is working okay as far as how I use it. I don't use Facebook or Instagram that much for my DJ business. That's mostly for friends. I will post a picture on Instagram of most gigs, me behind or my POV from behind the controller. That's about all I will do for Instagram. My main push is YouTube. So I have a video background and I enjoy shooting the videos, editing them, and posting them. I try to, put a nice touch on the editing for most of my videos. So, they look, professionally done. So I'm proud of that. And, those are, I will continue to do those this year. I don't see much change there. Um, One thing that I will improve on, or maybe not improve on, but expand is on my TikTok page. I have been posting some vertical videos on TikTok the past year and a half, and they get around 800 to 1,000 views. Nothing major. But I posted one about a year ago of um, it's a vertical video of the cameras behind me, and you see me DJing, and the crowd is out, in front of me, and it's a high school crowd, and they're all just jamming, having fun, and so I lay down Mo Bamba, and obviously it's the clean version because all I have are clean versions. And the kids start just singing at the top of their lungs. And so the video is basically, I put a graphic up. It said, explaining to the admin that this is the clean version, but the kids know the lyrics. So that, I don't know how that hit the high school crowd hard, and
Viral.
they just started reposting it. So it's got like 26,000 views now. So that I'm going to try to do a little bit more, something along those lines, to see if I can't get more views on TikTok. Not that I'm making any money there or on YouTube, but for YouTube, it's I make those videos on YouTube for other DJs. I do not make it to make money. One of the things I do is post my songs, or a lot of the songs that I'm playing in a gig, and so I don't get strikes. But for that 5-10 seconds video, you do get some copyright. So it does say that you cannot monetize this video. I don't monetize any of my videos, so it's no big problem to me. So that is, it's just the inherent in YouTube, with music. But I will continue to do those, and that's maybe grow TikTok a bit, and just keep messing around and making the best videos I can on YouTube.
Yeah,
So
I'm actually the same way because I actually want to grow my TikTok because most of the students who go to Tin Oaks Middle School that I DJ for have a TikTok and they love seeing me on TikTok. And when it comes to my editing, I want to do like natural, handmade, man-made content and not rely on that fake AI.
well, you don't want a dinosaur sitting next to you and talking to you? Then that'll be great. It'd be a great thing
No,
having that.
no, I
A
like
T,
to do I like to do
Tyrannosaurus Rex stand next to you, or
yeah,
Hulk Hogan.
I like to do the handmade, man-made content and put
Yeah,
the time and the
that's
effort
handmade.
in.
It's handmade by a computer. A computer made it by hand, and you type it in on your keyboard. That's handmade.
Uh,
You're typing it in.
uh,
You want Hulk Hogan, and
no,
you want Macho Man
no,
Randy Savage standing next to you, going, "Oh yeah,
no, no,
oh, the cream
no,
rise to the
no,
top."
no, not at all. I like to do the natural way and just put the time and the effort in.
If anybody's getting that reference there, that's
Yeah.
that's a big thing on YouTube. And if you watch any of the AI stuff, a lot of times like reference that in a lot of AI stuff. But I still that video is popular on YouTube with uh with Macho Man Savage, Randy Savage, sitting there talking about that with, I think it was done in the 80s or 90s. It's a great one. But Jeff, which do you think is better, not better, but more popular for you? Because again, I know you do video. Which do you see more video hits now? Would you say it's more Instagram more or Facebook more or YouTube more that you get more video views?
Video views. Well, I don't post many videos as far as my DJ stuff on Instagram or Facebook. Occasionally, but it's not, every gig. And it's usually just a quick clip. Obviously the most views are on YouTube. Um, some of my videos are, it's up around 13,000, 14,000 views. The majority of them are anywhere from 100 to 1,000. But it's that's the biggest viewing I get outside of TikTok. TikTok is a close second, to YouTube. So I have obviously more subscribers on YouTube. I lost my YouTube channel about a year and a half ago, and it was a Google hack, Gmail hack. And so I lost my Gmail and I lost all my subscribers on YouTube, and all my YouTube videos disappeared. And so just, don't get hacked. Don't let your Gmail get hacked. And
That happened.
so I
That
had
happened.
to
Yeah.
I had to start over from
Yeah.
scratch, which was no
Yeah.
big deal because I had a mishmash of stuff on my YouTube channel. It was not that big of a deal to me. So I just started over, re-edited a few videos, and posted new videos, and made it just 100% DJ Jeff Johnson on YouTube. So I went from, over 1,000 subscribers to zero, and now I'm up to, about 600. So my YouTube is obviously my most views.
Yeah. I was the same way back in 2022. My original DJ channel that I've been growing since the beginning of my career got hacked, and now a guy in Nigeria is using it to spam everyone, and now I have to start all over again. And now I just surpassed 201 subscribers on the YouTube channel. And for me, I have more followers on TikTok, way more than I do on YouTube.
Yeah, and that's the thing. AI is so cringe. I feel mostly millennials and older things that are cool. I think they're funny. It depends on how they're written. It's like anything else. Again, some of the stuff is kind of cool. Yeah, you're like, hey, that's kind of a cool idea. But I wouldn't be like, oh my God, it's the best thing ever since sliced bread. It's like anything else. It's like anything in social media. Anyone could put a video out about anything. Doesn't matter if it's this or something else. It all boils down to do you like it or not like it? If you don't like it, you don't have to like it. But AI is part of life now, and more businesses are using it. Coca-Cola now for the second year did their Christmas commercial was AI. So again, it's part of our life now, and people are going to use that. Um, I'm going to go over to Dwayne next because Dwayne's another guy who does a lot on YouTube and dabbles in AI, does a lot of AI videos for his Queued Up. Even did a little video for him and Mike running around for Christmas to help Santa Claus save Christmas. Um, so yeah, it's one of the crazy things he did. He's neck deep in AI. He's like this deep in AI. It's not even funny over there in Ohio. You go past his house, it's just oozing AI out of his house. So, Dwayne, for social media wise, for 2026, what is your goal for 2026? And is there anything for 2025 that you feel you need some help in?
I already started. I had somebody come in and kind of like help me because I feel like I'm right there at the cusp. I just need to figure out what can get me over the hump. So he gave up a week and kind of like looked over my whole DJ business setup to give me some direction for 2026. And the first couple of days was he looked over my social media and websites. So I revamped my website again to make it more polished and more direct because his thinking was coming from a viewpoint of a client's point of view and what a typical client would look for. So we revamped my main website, and then we went to the two main social media profiles that a lot of wedding couples will go to, which is Instagram and Facebook. So if you ever went to my Instagram profile and my Facebook profile, you'll see that my headers and everything is starting to all look the same. So it's not like it's a separate entity. It's like I started with my website, and now the way that my website look and built with the color schemes and fonts and all of that, that transferred over to my Instagram and my Facebook. Also with my Instagram, I was posting a lot of stuff, and he showed me how to be more focused. So when a client comes to my Instagram page, when they see, like, especially the first 6 or 10 Instagram posts, they see that I'm a wedding DJ and what kind of person I am, as opposed to a cue it up, a picture or some kind of doggy or, funky AI. It's like he's trying to get me to be more focused. So I've been doing that, and I've been posting a lot of shorts or reels, you can say, something like that will appeal to, like, someone's that's getting married. So I try to put up advice for the clients. Then also, let me see, I did the website, my Instagram, my Facebook, and now I'm just working on my sales pitch. And so I've been trying to use AI to help, trying to build different apps to, like, an app to, I can go back and forth with them to chat, just like you hear about people using Chat GPT for advice for relationships things. So I was like, why can't I do that for the DJ purpose? Like, program it to be a client, to give me different scenarios so I can learn how to be more fluid with doing my sales pitch. So that's what I'm working with
The
now.
question I have for you, and I'm going to ask this everyone in a second or so I'll ask for hands, but are you using chat to do your elevator pitch?
No.
No? You should. That's a thing you should try. When you talk to AI, and you kind of build up, you want to walk through a scenario of a good elevator pitch, because the elevator pitch is basically to market yourself to someone within 30 seconds. How
No,
can you
but see,
tell someone?
no, because remember, I just had a person that like stuck on me, that helped me out for that whole week. So
Mhm.
the elevated pitch, he gave me the workflow and how to do it. It's just a matter of me doing it and get it more that it's me and not having me to rely on a piece of paper where I wrote down. We already did that. I
Oh,
just
no,
need,
you got to have in your mind, you got to have it down pat that it comes organically. And when you're talking to someone, you're talking to a client, explain, this is the thing I always talk to other DJs outside of the DJ roundtable, is if you're talking to a client, you need to explain how you are different from DJ down the street. How can you make their event different? You're not them, you're someone differently. How you're different, how can you make their event exactly the way they want it? And having that elevator pitch, especially if you're going into wedding shows and you're going in and talking to clients, is very, very important. And that's why looking at everything that you're doing, especially again, you had the guy come and help you for a week, and doing that, you had the option for that, which is great. That's a good thing to build with someone. But if you don't have the option, it's hard because, like, Jeff has his pupper next to him, and he can turn to his pupper and ask his dog, "Hey, what do you think about this?" Dog's gonna sit there and wag tail. The cat's gonna look and meow, just like I asked my dog. But having an interaction with someone, and even you call a friend and say, "Hey, let's work on our elevator pitches together and work on each other and see how we get it and see if we can nail this stuff down and have that." So when you talk, it's boom, it's organic.
Dwayne, Can I offer a suggestion? You obviously have the tools. Put a recorder on or a video recorder, whatever you want to use. Record yourself with your sales pitch, then listen to it afterwards. Did I like it? I don't like it. That way you can get at least some feedback in your mind of how you're selling yourself.
So
You know,
it's not the selling part.
No,
It's
but
the,
you understand
because
what I'm
actually
saying.
you can't record, you only can do but so much as a one person. It's different when you go face to face with somebody and then you're trying to what is it, negotiate.
Right.
That's so that's the part that's sticking. It's not the selling part. I can sell myself. It's the part 'cause now I got my prices set. Now closing the deal and going, and going back and forth with someone that calls you on the phone. I just want to tighten that up. So when I reach out to these other potential clients, I have that down because I can talk to people that I know. So it's not that part. That's not that part that I'm stuck on.
you know, the elevator pitch, if they're asking for one from you, they may not be your right couple or your right client. Because if you want to sell yourself, you need to be able to provide more than just 30 seconds. Now, if you take the Alan Berg school of thought on this, and I took this approach last year, and my sales went up, I want to say 10 to 15% in number of weddings, along with finance. But they have sought you out actively online. They have already looked at your website, your socials, or you can assume they have. They may play a little dumb on the phone with you or in the course of whatever means of communication, but they've already scoped you out. The only person who can screw that up is ourselves. If they have made the effort to reach out to you, make the appointment to take some time, and they've contacted you, rest assured they've checked, you've hit key markers in what they're looking for before they've even gotten you on the phone. And, that comes into play. And with what you were saying with AI, Chris, that's what changed in December. I've been still, and you just made, like, what did you do differently? I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I just started using AI to write all my posts to sound like somebody who was 22 or 23 wrote them. And I gave AI the parameters: fresh out of college, newly engaged, age group 23 to 25 is my target. And rest assured, so those folks who are not all big on AI, I'm not huge on it. But there's a methodology to it all. And when I started seeing certain clubs and their posts starting to hit more, including the one I DJ at regularly, it really made me rethink it all. So this year's conferences, I've noticed that at MEX, and now I'm like really thinking about grabbing a ticket to MEX and just running out there because Stephanie Rivkin, DJ Stardust, is doing an AI presentation. And I'm already going to Midwest DJs Live. So between those two and the salespeople, that would be something that even though we may not utilize every bit of, there are bits and pieces that are applicable and complementary, if not helping, to our businesses. But yeah, AI is something that I hate to say it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a part of our day-to-day lives, no matter what. And as DJs, Bill Herman, who I watch religiously, and something that I'm going to focus on more this year is being my authentic self and being authentic to my couples. AI can't do that. AI can't do what a human can. And he put it into a great perspective in his podcast this week. As soon as you have the microphone, you control the whole night. If you're getting that microphone, they trust you enough in front of their family and guests. That can't be replaced. AI will never take that away. But being able to work hand in hand with AI is going to be the next wave of how all of this plays out. From the way couples give us our playlists, I'm looking at Spotify every couple I have now. Oh, I have Spotify. Awesome. Send it to me. Can you mix it like this one here? I'm not sure, but I can, and now they're even wanting a little bit more that what AI shows them a DJ can do. So being able to work with AI is going to be the biggest step that anyone is going to have to take. If not, we're going to be left behind.
Yeah.
Again,
If you look
AI,
at yeah, if you
AI
look
is
at
a
vir- yeah, if you look at Virtual DJ 2026, they've already added AI in Virtual DJ 2026. Like you got an AI prompt, you got lyric analysis, like the analyzing the lyrics, put it on the screen, a karaoke mode, all with AI. It's scary.
so a
Well,
couple
Lindbergh has
things.
that book. Allenberg has that book, Shut Up and Sell. I don't know if you guys have read it or have it. It's an excellent book.
So a couple things with AI. Again, like I said before, AI is going to be very much part of everything. It's going to you use it as a tool, use it to your advantage, use it to pull those levers to make sure things. And again, have an elevator pitch. If you have a bride shopping and they're talking between 3 or 4 DJs and they give you a quick call before you get set up a meeting or whatever, you still want to have that available to talk to them a little bit in the beginning and say, okay, this is it. But you need to have, like Brentley said, have stuff to back that up, and you need to be more in depth. The elevator pitch is basically just to get your foot in the door. The rest of the way to open the door further, so you can walk in and actually sit down and sell to that client, is putting it on yourself, having confidence in yourself and understanding of the product you have. When I dealt with that stuff back in the 90s, selling appliances and electronics and home audio systems, and it got into custom built audio systems and got into home audio and got into professional audio and stuff like that back in the 90s. When I was talking to someone about stuff, I had to know the product but also understand what the product can do for them. And it's going back to qualifying and everything like that. You normally do with sales, but you have to have that basically your first step in. And that is the most important thing right there, is when you talk to someone, is how you present yourself to them. Do you present yourself to them as someone who understands them and gets them, and you let them do the talking and you're just asking probing questions? Or do you have the conversation, it's all about you? You don't want the conversation about you. It's not about you. You're asking probing questions to get information from the client, and you want to make sure it's on them, and you're just asking stuff. Okay, more than just what is your date and what is your budget. You need to ask much more deeper questions than that, but also explain to them what you can do for them. And that is another important step right there. So, Brentley, on your social media, you're talking about you did some stuff for AI. Is that your goal for 2026 to kind of ramp it
Partly,
up a little
yeah.
bit more and had that focus model for AI to do your social media?
Somewhat, yes. I mean, you give it, and it's been so as you start working with it, and it learns your habits. It learns what you want. It learns what you shoot down. So I've gotten my AI to a point where I'm like, this Friday, something, something, like venue, go. And it gives me exactly what I want. But I want to learn how to work with it better. So my posts aren't all looking like they have some variety. And yeah, I'll edit some of the AI, what it gives me. But it's definitely, so by doing that, I need to also, like, Dwayne was talking about, be more authentic when I'm responding to emails and phone calls, because now you've got me, I've got your attention, and you're my right demo. But you have to realize that, yeah, I'm in my 50s and I'm a DJ still in clubs in our market. So this is what I do, and this is how I'm going to sell myself. But like you were saying, asking questions. I like to go overboard when I'm talking to a couple, or not overboard, but make sure they feel like I'm engaging them while telling them about myself. So this is what we're looking for musically. Cool. Well, I totally love what you're interested in, and this is where I DJ at. And so it kind of fits in, like, when they say we want this kind of vibe. Well, here's where I DJ at. This is what I do there. And they're like, and the next thing, like, oh yeah, we've been there at game days at Stadium View. Bring that to our wedding. Where do we sign? So once I can get, that conversation point where it is somewhat about me, and then bring, but also engaging enough to pull everything I want them to tell me, to know that I'm going to be okay with being their DJ just as much as they want me. And AI has definitely helped me draft what questions I'm asking nowadays. And I gave AI, my chat GBT thing, my list of what I'd been asking up until this year, and said, tweak this to make it more modern for me. And it's been absolutely perfect, honestly.
And that's again another tool in the toolbox. Like Dwayne had a guy come and help him. You're having AI helping you. These are things that could make and break your business. And go back to Mike. Mike said his foot is in the door because the client called him. No, the client, that's not it. The client is calling. You got to look at it this way. It's kind of like shopping. You can go to a car dealership, walk in. Yeah, they're there, but how you approach them and talk to them, you can basically make that person go right back out that door. So your foot's not in the door when they come in. You open that door up and they're talking to you. You're not walking into that area. You're basically just information. They just want to know, are you an actual live person? It's just what the thing. Having them coming to your door does not mean it's a sale. You could turn that client off very quickly by not talking correctly, by not asking the right questions, making the client not the focal point. There's a bunch of things you can do to really turn that client off. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure that client feels like they're walking away like, oh my God, this is the best DJ ever, or the best person who's dealing, best carpenter ever, best painter. Doesn't matter what it is. You need to explain to people. And again, like Brentley said, asking questions and making them the center focal point and listening to them. That's the other thing a lot of people don't want to do, is listen to the client. I've seen it before. People breaking in, trying to talk into when people are talking and asking questions, and they're not listening to the client. DJ Fire's in the house now.
Yeah.
Yeah. DJ
It's not been a very good day.
Uh-oh.
All right, let's
Tell us
hear it.
about it for a minute, brother.
Do what?
Let's hear
Tell us
why.
about it for a minute.
All right, so raise of hands, who saw the new video release this past week was it a few days ago on DJ Fire? Who saw the new video?
I haven't even had a
Is it
chance
about
to
your
make
QSC sub?
Do what?
Is it about the sub, the QSC sub or something?
Yeah, so I have new QSC subs.
Okay.
I did what DJ Chris said. I went out and bought cables to go from my booth out into the sub so I could control them.
Yep.
Okay. Uh-oh. A cop car? Nope, that's a fire truck. Huh, something going on.
Fire at the fire station.
Nope. He's going to put his bunker gear on, go up there and grab 50-foot hose and hook onto a hydrant.
Well, we'll find out what's going on. Turn the radio on. I'm guessing they're probably going out towards the lake or something for an accident.
So okay, you got cables. You had cables. You hooked them up.
Yeah, I'm trying to flip my camera around here, and I'm trying to find a button. Camera. There it is. Well, it went away. There we go. So here I am. Obviously, cables everywhere. Booth, computer. That one's.
Lincoln 71, Seacom.
That one's missing a. Hold on. I might have to go if we have the fire. Hold on.
Okay. Forward. CPD unit did make contact. There is several.
Is it a code 3?
A bonfire. It is not near any building.
Okay, so somebody called in a house fire and it's a bonfire.
Well, yeah, they have smoke showing
no house fire.
Fire in the
it's
building.
Somebody having a bonfire.
Well, there you go.
So, no house fire. There we go.
All right.
So anyway, I got all these set up. I almost got new poles today. This didn't come with any poles. And I did what Chris did. I got, hold on, I'll show you the brand of cables I got. Y'all gonna be happy about this.
Let me guess, the NLFX combo.
Nope.
Oh,
I got Pig
no.
Hog.
Bro,
You told
Pig
me to
Hog.
get Pig Hog.
Oh,
They
the
are
That's
nice
what I got.
cables.
I got two of
Yep.
them. I got 25 footers. So they're plugged
Okay.
in right here, running out, running down into there. And then I was just running my tops, which the top is sitting there because I took it off, but running it out of the main and directly into that. This is the first one I plugged in. Okay. The top was working just fine. The sub was working, but it wasn't working right. Okay. I want to do something to this sub. Here it is on my couch. Okay. I'm pushing on this sub. What are subs supposed to do when you push on
Oh, the
them?
voice code's frozen.
Recoil.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
You
voice
worked it
code's
out.
blown.
That's blown.
Yep.
So
You know
I've
what
spent
you,
2
you know what you can
hours
do?
I've been working on this since about 6:30, trying to figure out what I thought it was the amplifier. I took that amp because this one worked just fine. I took that amp out of this one and swapped it, and it worked on this side. And I took that one, moved it over there. I took wire harnesses, moved them back and forth. So then I was like, well, let me check the speakers. So I took the speaker. This was the good one, moved it over to this one, which was the bad one, and it worked. So then I pulled it out, and I read online you can push on the cone, and it will. If it doesn't move, then it's
Yep, the
blown.
voice code's blown.
So he had loaned. This is why you do not loan. Let me flip the camera back on. This is why you don't loan your equipment out. This came from DJ Bob Bass. He's the guy that's DJing my wedding. This is what he would have been using, but he just bought the new K181s. So I bought. He had 2 sets of these. He sold another set, and I bought his last set. He had another DJ that worked under him that borrowed one for a gig because he could only get one in his truck, I guess. And I guess blew it. Didn't tell Bob about it. And Bob sold these to me. I got both of these for $1,000. So super deal there. Just plugged it in, and I'm glad I tested this because I have a gig coming up in April. So I'm glad I tested these. I'd hate to go out to a gig and they didn't work. So $540 later, we're going to have a new speaker in that thing. So I'm glad
How
that
much?
bought to replace the QSC speaker because I'm not putting a knockoff in there because I don't want it to be, you know, I'm like, okay, I want the actual QSC because I don't want a knockoff and it not be able to handle the amp and the amp blow it just like that.
What's the model of the speaker? The
So
sub?
this is a QSC KW 181.
Does it have an output, a cutoff output for the
You
frequency?
spent way too much.
DJ Fire.
Hold on, I'm trying to, like on the back of the sub.
Yeah, on the back of the sub. Does it have a cutoff frequency?
Hold on.
Because that's what you would that's what you would feed your tops.
It's dark. Let me flip it over here.
That way you don't.
Yeah. That's what.
So it,
Yeah,
It don't have any cutoff. It's just got the switches. So I actually got it to work in this deal with the other speakers.
Someone just overdrove it and blew the woofer.
Yeah, it just
but
got
it doesn't
this.
have a.
It's got
But
that.
it doesn't
which is
have
the
a
volume.
low. It doesn't have a low frequency cutoff.
So it's got normal and deep mode right here. If you can see that, can you see that?
Yeah, he's on
Yeah, but
deep.
that's-
Deep.
That's for
Deep.
your overall speaker.
Normal and a reverb or reverse.
That's what you're going to do, cardioid.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's just got the light on the front. So should I be running it normal instead of deep?
That's your bypass for the top. So you would run it normal. And that right there, it should cut off, I want to say about 100 hertz. Anything above 100 hertz will go to the top. Anything below 100 hertz will stay in the woofer. And that's what you kind of want it.
So even if I'm running it from the booth out, and I'm not going from the sub to the top, which I noticed, I like it with the booth because I can actually give it more bass if I want it, or if some songs have more bass, I can back it off.
Yes, you can adjust. But what happened was someone overdrove that speaker, that subwoofer, and blew out the voice coil on the subwoofer.
And it was
So
out of
again,
your
the new
control.
woofer
There's
you
nothing
get,
can do.
get a replacement, replace that. But you have to also make sure that you're not overdriving the speaker. People
Right.
do that all the time. The number one thing I see when I go to for repair, and I don't go repair all the time, but every time I've been in for repair for stuff that I've had things happen, dumb things like, speakers sliding off a cart. Um, Probably 80% of the speakers there are there uh, because of being overdriven.
So,
Look
Chris,
at
did you
look at
say that I was paying too much for a QSC speaker?
Yeah, in the
no.
chat, I just put in a link for replacement cone, entire cone, for you for the KW181.
Hey, DJ Fire,
Yep.
look at your magnet and see if it has a crack on it. If it has a
Hold
crack
on.
on it because somebody dropped it, you might be able to get that warranty to not have to pay anything. Look around the magnet to see if it has a crack.
Hold on here. I was looking on that link. Whoops, wrong deal. On the back to the magnets.
Yeah, look at the magnet. Now look at it. Does it
On
have
the
a
edge.
crack or anything on the sides?
It doesn't look like it.
It looks
Okay.
clean.
It looks pretty clean. Like I said,
Yeah.
Bob's never dropped this stuff. I think it's just the other guy just pushed it too hard.
Question
All right.
for you, Fire. Can you smell out the back end? Does it smell like something's burning?
It's got a weird smell, but it's not a burning smell.
Okay.
Like it's not like a burnt smell, but that cone just will not
You
move.
probably just popped it. Hopefully the wire is just disconnected. You could have it reconed, but again, it won't be as reliable.
Yeah, that's kind of what.
You're just better off
that's what I've
if he's
heard.
got another one coming, just let him replace it.
Right.
Let him replace with OEM.
Well, I haven't ordered it, and I'll pull it up here in my office. But because I'm waiting on it, because I want to make sure the guy is going to give me the money to replace it. I ain't going to replace it with my own money.
Right.
That's
Well,
and he said he would, but let me pull this up here.
click the link that I gave you. That'll be a fair price of what those KW181s are going for as a brand new cone. I've used this company in the past to get new cones for.
So here's
stuff.
eBay. Here's eBay, brand new. One's $495 for it.
Jesus, no, too much.
So let me hold on here. Let me flip this.
Check
Hey, I
our
was
chat.
actually see. You guys want to see yourself on my screen? See, while I was on video chat with Bob, I was watching you all. Hey, say hi to yourself, Chris. Yeah. So.
Don't worry,
I'll,
DJ Fire. You're not the only one who's had bad luck with DJ gear. Like my sensor and one of my jog wheels on my Mixstring Pro went out after 4 years, and I get that repaired. So to hold me out, I got a new DJ controller. It's the XDJ RR from Pioneer DJ.
I sent that link to my email because it wouldn't let me post it in my phone.
Huh.
Where's this company out of? You sent that to me.
Florida.
Florida. Okay. Let me look it up here. 329. But is it a knockoff though?
No, it is an original.
Okay, I can see the deal on the side, but I'm not seeing the little sticker where it says QSC.
One of the DJs in the chat said, "Stick your tongue to it, see if it tastes funny." As a LOL thing. No, you got to do it with 9-volt batteries. You touch 9-volt batteries
Yes.
with your tongue.
Yeah.
Do that all the time.
We're having hair on our
Ratson
smoking
over
room.
there, B. Ratson is
This
they say stuff a lot of times. It's funny.
This company has been in business since 1977. So if they're not selling legitimate parts, they would be out of business. So for them to be in business for this amount of time, it's going to be genuine parts.
So to everyone in the chat, if you are subscribed to my channel, look out for a video tomorrow about the unboxing of the brand new but old Pioneer DJ XDJ RR. There'll be an unboxing.
How soon do they ship?
Usually within a day or two.
I hate buying off
If you want, they actually have an actual number. You can call them tomorrow. Okay. And you can tell them Chris Disc up in New York
I mean,
told you to order from them.
Yeah, all the numbers match up.
See you later, Jeff.
All right, guys, we're gonna get going here. We'll continue this behind everything because I know some people got to get going here, and we got to get the show done with. Want to thank you all for tuning in tonight. Want to thank you all for tuning in tonight. Even though DJ Fire's got his speaker and subwoofer drama, we thank you all for tuning in and watching the show as always. And then I'm actually going to have I'll have Joe take us out tonight.
Well, thank you for tuning in to the DJ Roundtable. Make sure you go to the YouTube channel. Give us a like. We need those likes. And hit that bell. And I'd like to thank everybody for attending the Roundtable and all the viewers. And don't forget about the Twitch channel. We're going to go ahead and post that, right, buddy?
Yeah.
And tune in next time because we have a world of information that we can share with the DJs out there.
Thanks, everyone. You guys all have a good night.
Peace out.